Good afternoon, everyone. Over the last couple months, the City of Waterloo has been receiving a myriad of news reports spanning across the country, locally, and even on the internet. Those articles and videos, although shocking, shouldn't be the representation nor the face of our community. They don't represent City Hall, and they don't represent the best of what our brave public safety officers have to offer this community. Nor do they offer what the majority of citizens have that represent this community as well. And over the last couple weeks, Director Trelka and I have had some serious heart-to-heart conversations over what needs to take place and what type of support is needed to move this community forward together. As a child born in the city of Waterloo, these very streets that I walked and I grew up in, I know has the potential to be better and to do better. And the biggest room that we all have, including your mayor, is the room for improvement. And Director Trelka also has shown and expressed his compassion for Waterloo, which transcends for both of us as being just employment for the city. And one thing that people need to understand is I didn't become mayor so that I can run away from tough decisions when popularity becomes impacted. I was elected to make tough decisions and to get to the core of the challenges in order to help us all move forward. And to answer right now the swirl of the various questions from various sources, I'm telling you first and foremost that I believe that Dan Trelka is the one that could help us to address the myriad of challenges internally and externally that we face. And with that said, Chief Trelka and I, through community meetings, outreach, best practices, conversations, and a passion for this community, have begun a process of a community-wide policing plan that will work towards regaining public trust that has been lost due to some of our shortcomings. But this just isn't a plan that will hold accountability to our public safety officials. But it will also send a message to any perpetrators of senseless violence that takes place in our streets that enough is enough. And I would be remiss in my duty as mayor if I didn't have a concern about the uptick in shootings and some of the crimes that are plaguing this community. I would also be remiss in my duties if I didn't give support and attempt to work through our challenges that we face. Today is a day to lead and to move forward with the collective vision of support that is needed to become even more effective in gaining the public's trust and creating a safer community. Therefore, I have directed Chief Trelka for the next year to only focus on that plan for change for the future. Currently, Chief Trelka has dual responsibilities, being the Director of Safety Services for both the Waterloo Police Department and also the Fire Department. He and I both agree that at this moment, the focus should just be with WPD as chief and as Pat Traylor being fire chief, directly reporting to the mayor's office. Because the challenges that we face, internally and externally, are too daunting to have a dual capacity. We have to have a singular focus with addressing these challenges, and I am more than ever confident that collectively, with Chief Trelka, with the Waterloo PD, with City Hall, with this community that I was born and raised in, that we can change the course of this narrative by working together for change. And at this time, I will ask Chief Trelka to make some comments.
Thank you, Mayor Hart. I just want to say that I'm here to work with Mayor Hart. We've got some challenges to face. We have some adjustments to make, and we're having great conversations, and all of this is for the betterment of Waterloo, and I'm optimistic of the future for all of us. Thank you.
In the coming weeks, coming months, we will have an aggressive approach to rebuilding that trust, that shared collective vision within our communities. Bumpy times we've had, but storms may continue to come, but we can overcome any challenge that is placed before us. And as I said from the beginning, when all this information has swirled around over the last couple weeks, that I do not make public comments over personnel matters. Dan Trelka is going to focus on the Waterloo Police Department and try to continue to work, build public trust from those areas where it's been lost, and move forward to addressing some of the challenges that we have. Thank you.